And so, having unknowingly fulfilled the diabolical plot of the Archbishop Ramson, we shall now continue to unknowingly fulfill others' diabolical plots.
Or we're just going to Kurt's hometown.
Or we're just going to Kurt's hometown. But the way I said it was far more sinister.
Gets a laugh every time, but that's not what I'm going for! Speaking of not what anyone's going for, we're the Bittersweet Gamers!
I'm We Square.
And I'm the Opinionator! Let's get on with our first day of field exercises. Woot.
You sounded so enthused. Sounds like they're having fun in there.
Not gonna lie, for a brief second I heard the violin and thought, Kitty?
I have a hard time picturing such a kind-looking guy being a member of Class VII just like us.
I remember seeing him back during the Civil War, but even then, he didn't look like a student at a military academy. He looked kind of wimpy.
Elliot is a lot stronger than he looks. Maybe he is kind of frail, and maybe he is slightly wimpy, but endgame arts potential is something you can't ignore.
He's a close friend of mine. We went through a lot together back in the day, but he's never stopped believing in the power of music, which sounds lame until he summons a piano and kills people with it.
What?
A piano? I mean, a close friend. What's that?
Wow, for real?
Aha! I finally connected the dots. That orange hair and the last name Craig.
Just like a certain commander of the 4th Armored Division?
Of course he'd know who that is.
Yeah, of course. I mean, his family is a military family.
And it appears as though he is going on the same route.
You're pretty sharp. I would never have known that someone with a military family would be familiar with other military families. Well, I guess it's not that surprising, you know, given who your brother is.
Indeed.
Huh? Anyway, what should we do next?
We've already finished searching the northeastern streets. The required request in St. Arc should now be complete.
Streets. Those aren't streets. It's a highway. It's a road. You don't call a highway a street.
Shh, there, Altina.
Yeah, it's really more me, isn't it? I'm trying to let it go, but I just can't.
I believe we can head to Parm now. It would take some time to walk there. Perhaps we should take the train?
Oh, where's your spirit of adventure? Well, we finished all the other requests, so I think we're safe to head out.
Then we'll head to the station as soon as we're ready.
Oh.
If any of you still have things you need to do, such as run around town considering it's surely been updated after doing all the required story events,
we'd better finish them now.
Understood.
Huh? People are gathered in front of the station. Though it kind of makes sense because that's what you normally do in front of the station. Wait in line, you know? Why is everybody looking at me like that? Now I'm getting insecure. Did something happen? Let's go see.
We apologize for the inconvenience. We are currently investigating the situation. Please wait just a little bit longer.
I smell quite the fishy scoop.
Ew, fish.
Fish. They taste so good. In, you know, like 3 sticks of butter.
Hey, Vivi, what's going on? Oh, it's Reen and his little pals. Did you finish your investigation thing or whatever?
Yeah, in St. Arc anyway, for the moment.
More importantly, what happened here? Well, seems like there was a derailing accident in the direction of Parm.
Oh, jeez.
A derailing accident? Now, I am going to go out on a limb and suggest that one of 2 things caused this derailing accident.
Do go on.
Number 1, Rutger Colossal punched the train.
I could believe it.
Number 2, Shirley Orlando punched the train. Now, you may ask, why do I immediately jump to this conclusion? Well, as we've seen, So far in Cold Steel 3, it is trails rhyming with itself. There was a massive derailing accident in Azure where Sigmund Orlando punched the train. Now you show up there and you have to figure out what's going on and what happened with this train accident. And you actually determine, like using forensics and like Lloyd investigating stuff and putting them all together, that the only way this could have happened is if some mofo straight up punched the train in one point. And it was like the only person who can do that's got to be Sigmund.
And it's already been copying sort of his appearance so far.
Right. Rutger Colossal showing up has been the exact same as Sigmund Orlando showing up, so that's why I'm thinking it's going to be him. Though it could still be true.
Someone probably punched that train.
It'd be a family thing. I am going to be kind of sad if no one punched the train. A derailing accident?
Is everything all right?
Dunno, I just got here myself, so I don't have more for you than just, I forgot to say the word with...
Hey, it's okay, it's okay.
I don't know. I just got here myself, so I don't have much more for you than that. I guess I don't really care that much either.
Well, she's not that flighty.
They said until the issue's fixed, all trains bound for Parm are canceled. Oh well, I mean, I'm not going anywhere, so it's fine with me.
I see.
Well, gotta go. I need to dig up some info somehow.
Need to get someone drunk. That seems to be her modus operandi.
I guess I could try that. Okay, thanks for the tip, Billy. See you later.
You're welcome. Off she goes.
A derailing accident. Well, I hope no one was hurt.
That's kind of worrying.
Indeed. What should we do, instructor? Seems like we've got no other choice. It'll take us a while, but I guess we're walking. That's kind of the point of these. Wander all over the whole country. We need to see to this request from Parm, after all.
It's extremely inefficient, but I see no alternative options.
Well, hello there, members of Class 7. You seem to be in a bit of a predicament.
It's you, from the mansion, Celestial or something.
Celestin? What are you doing here?
I was close.
I have come here at the Marquis's behest. Once your business in the city here is concluded, please meet me at the southern gate. Being the ruler's has its privileges. Arrangements have been made.
Oh, are we going on an airship?
In Erebonia? Unlikely.
Well, they've got him.
Yeah, but they're not really widely used. Though I guess if anybody were to have one, it'd be Marquis High Arms. Arrangements? What is he talking about? I'm not sure, but it seems like Marquis High Arms has set something up for us. Maybe it'll be hitching a ride on a certain delivery services airship?
Oh!
Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be pretty awesome.
We should finish everything we need to, like I said, run around town and all that, and then head to the southern gate. See? Gotta run around town! That's kind of underhanded.
Well, this is Osborne we're talking about.
If you're gonna abolish the nobility, do it in an upfront manner instead of like a stab them up the nether regions with a red hot poker
Not where I thought he was going with this.
and hope no one notices. Like, oh, well, whoever would have thought that would have opened up some sort of a reason to abolish the nobility when we've removed literally all the power. That could be a threat as well, though. I am genuinely surprised there was nothing. I was really expecting like a piece of gossip
Or like another book.
or like a hidden quest, but no, it was nothing.
So what do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be the High Arms family air yacht?
I mean, I even could just be driving a car.
How boring.
I know, I'm still rooting for the Capuas myself. We were totally wrong! Never even thought about horses. Okay, well, Reen's fine.
What beauties! This episode's for you, Lisa.
Okay, so Reen is fine, and it would make sense that Kurt would know how to ride a horse.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Zex does.
Right, and like they're stationed right there on the border with Nord.
Well, that was at one point Max Vander's position. He used to be stationed on the border with Liberl, but after they did not invade Liberl, as part of the displeasure for Zex kind of having this, I also agree with you that this is BS. That's how he got punished by being stationed up in Nord. However, Yuna, she's a Crossbell City girl. There is no way she can ride a horse. There's no horses there.
That's a fair assessment.
And Altina doesn't need one, she can just fly. So, Altina's gonna fly, and Yuna's gonna ride with Kurt.
Ah, excellent. That's why there's only 2 horses.
And Reen gets the white one. That's what it's gonna be. Indeed, they're lovely horses. Of course, his lordship keeps horses from Nord. And he's offered them to you after considering the incident from earlier. Oh, that's very kind of him. Thank you, Celestin.
I've never seen a horse so up close before. They're so majestic. Are they okay with strangers riding them, though?
If they're trained. They look well trained enough that I doubt it'll be a problem. I also have to say, I've swung swords, I've swung axes, I've shot rifles and handguns, but I've never ridden a horse.
I imagine the circumstances in which your drama classes would require an actual live horse were very small.
That's not the Drama classes had nothing to do with the guns.
Oh, okay.
It's experiences I haven't had. Yeah, they're both excellent horses. I'll take this cool white one, which seems to suit me. So are you comfortable taking lead with the other one, Kurt? That's fine.
Oh, come on! I want to do it! I want to get thrown out of the saddle multiple times!
She might pick it up instantly. She's very much...
to have that knack.
She's, really athletic and, just instantly picked up piloting, too, so... Well, I'm sure you do want that, but that's a lot to ask of a beginner. Sit behind me, and I'll show you what to do.
But behind you? I don't know if I'm cool with that.
That's right, Yuna. You'll also, in order to keep from falling off, have to wrap your arms around me and hold me tight.
How about I hold you by the neck?
That would be hard to ride a horse, I think. Oh, no, you don't want to? Well, all right, it doesn't matter to me. You'll just be riding with the instructor instead of me.
Never mind, I'll ride with you.
God dang it. I'm not sure if she wanted to ride with Reen or not.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Go!
Really, I kind of wanted to fly.
Okay. All right, no time like the present.
Change the subject.
There we go. Yes, this is a very good horse. I sniped the white one. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
Ooh, you get a nice view on one of these guys.
Interesting. So this is how you sit on one.
She's not... Altina isn't sitting side saddle? Isn't she a little small to not sit side saddle?
Yeah, I think so.
We should be able to reach Parm by noon.
True, but we're better off heading to the field exercise camp first for more crazy mandatory events and finding out other awful things, or even just investigating the derailing accident so we can determine that it was punched. We need to report our current status with our special ops missions, among other things. Understood?
We'll make great time, too, so we can always head back to the city if there's anything more we need to do.
Well, until your next return, take care. And do let us know if there's anything more we can provide. Okay, seriously? This is cool and all, but why didn't they just drive it?
Because Celestin has stuff to do.
Okay, I suppose I can get that. Thank you. What? You came back?
I told you, he just had stuff to do.
I am just too paranoid. See, people in a different place means I can talk to them again and they can hand me books. Uh-huh, I smell trouble.
Well, it's not me.
Hey there! You guys headed over to the place the accident happened? Think you got room for little old me?
Oh, whoa there, miss. I mean, I don't know if it's okay. I don't really think they want reporters there, so...
The problem isn't giving her a ride. The problem is bringing the press. Trying to hitch a ride with some mechanics, huh? Vivi sure is tenacious.
It'll be troublesome if she drags us in, too. Let's go, instructor. We don't have room for another person on the horse.
No doubt.
No, if I don't get an interview, I'm gonna get yelled at, then I'll never get promoted.
Just hold on a second. Let me ask my boss if it's okay.
Just gonna back away slowly here.
All right, let's go.
Time to ride. Yahoo!
Yeah!
Come on, Kurt! Faster! Faster!
I'm not enjoying this.
Stop getting so worked up. Yeah, please, don't let go.
Yahoo!
You don't have to force yourself to be as excited as Yuna.
Thank goodness.
Bless you. For not making us have to sit through an entire scene of going over stuff we've already done.
Did you see the frown on poor Wayne's face? Oh man, Freddy. Oh, Muse liked it.
They're made for each other.
What? I really do like things like that. It's really nice.
Just establishing shots.
Yeah. Huh. Didn't think there'd be archaisms of all things walking around here. And here you guys thought that there wasn't gonna be a scene just reporting what you've already done. Ha! We gotcha! Also, again, it is such a shame you weren't there. And that old guy is definitely not just some random dude. Would you say he looked like again? No.
Describe him in detail.
Rutger Clausel is dead, and so there would be no reason that Randy would think that you ran into Rutger Clausel.
Right. Yeah, he seemed easygoing, but that just made him even more unpredictable. But since he destroyed those archaisms, I don't think he's from the Society.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't think he's with Ouroboros either.
Yeah.
But I have no idea what he's doing or why. There's a chance those archaisms were set loose back during the Civil War, yeah?
Yes, there are a few reports here and there about rogue archaisms. Because of that, it's still too early to determine that the Society is involved here.
Yeah, it could be like a black market thing, but we saw Shirley though, so...
Yeah.
We have 2 more reports in the Parm area too. We should be on high alert. Yeah. Well, nobody's gonna come storm the place.
Yeah.
Archaisms or otherwise, worst case scenario, I mean, Randy Farking Orlando is here and a couple robots and are not gonna get in his way.
By the way, where's Instructor Michael? Is he off plotting with the enemy because he's a spy?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think...
shouldn't be talking.
I didn't think he is.
Oh yeah, he's usually lecturing us right about now.
Is he dealing with a derailing incident, perhaps?
That makes sense. Yeah, actually. He said he was going to check the scene.
Yeah, he's not a spy. Come on. Suspicious glare. You trust no one in trails.
No, you don't. It seems to have been caused by a falling fist, rock. Fortunately, there weren't many injuries.
Ah, so Rutger Clausel threw a rock at the train.
Stepping it up.
Maybe stepping it down. Or Shirley threw the rock. Let's see. That's a relief. Also, Marquis Higharm said that it wasn't really that big of a deal, so...
That's true.
Nobody was hurt, so...
It may have been just to evoke that memory. A derailing incident, huh? That happened in Crossville before, too. Just like Damon said.
Yeah. In that one, a lot of people got hurt pretty bad. Anyway, seems like Class VII's working pretty hard.
It certainly does. I'm glad to see you're all doing so well without having to rely on your instructor. You really think so?
I suppose. He's still pretty much taking the lead the whole time.
Well, we still got plenty of work ahead of us. If you compliment them too much, they'll get reckless, so try to keep it in moderation, okay?
Hey, don't treat us like we're a bunch of little kids.
But you're a bunch of little kids.
I said don't treat us like we are.
Your comment is unnecessary. We will not lower our guards for any reason. Or at least I will not. I cannot speak for these two noobs. Instructor Reen's snide comment aside, I feel like I'm beginning to see just how and for what purpose Class 7 was created.
What?
Oh, yeah? Lay it on us. We're tasked with scouting the area around camp and responding to requests from civilians. Though scouting for enemies and improving local opinion were given as the reasons, the true purpose is to have us perform tasks the Bracer Guild would otherwise do. Correct?
What? No. Yes.
Lost cats, catch fish, find herbs.
Whoa. Now that you mention it.
The Bracer Guild. An organization devoted to maintaining peace and order for civilians across the continent. Though branches exist in the Empire, their operational ability is currently heavily limited.
Well, that's better than it was.
Which was non-existent?
Like illegal, just
Yeah.
about. I'm still curious about Sarah's participation in the Northern War, but I guess we'll get to that when we either get to more about the Northern War and Sarah.
Yes. You're pretty sharp, Kurt.
Well, hearing all that sure does give me a bit of deja vu. The whole SSS created to directly compete with the Bracers and all.
Yeah, back when I was in school, they had us do the same thing and called it field studies.
They thought they were so clever.
I made the same connection you did. I'm impressed you were able to do it right out of the gate like that.
It's nothing special. I simply happened to notice. Take that.
My competitive streak will find some way to exploit your weakness, instructor.
I can only assume the one who put together Class 7 was none other than Prince Oliver Arner.
Makes sense?
Well, I mean, it was also the case, and in fact...
Right, I'm just saying his logic holds out, is what I'm saying.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Oliver's connection with the Bracer Guild is one of the reasons that he wanted them to do things like that.
Yeah.
The eldest prince in the imperial family, one who has given up all claim to the throne.
Wow, you got that too.
Well, it makes sense. The Vanders were responsible for guarding the prince, yeah?
You would not believe how many times Kurt had to listen to his older brother complain.
Well, he probably has met the guy.
Yeah, most likely.
Huh, so you knew about that, Instructor Randolph. It was my older brother Mueller, to be specific.
Yeah, Randy has met Prince Oliver and Mueller, and it was really awesome. At one, like when Mueller was hiding undercover, he was wearing a suit and sunglasses, and just kept referring to the idiot who, like I mentioned before, was summarily beaten up by Jingo, and it was hilarious.
I've heard that His Highness has connections with some members of the Bracer Guild. So when Thor's main campus was remade this year, His Highness created the branch campus and the new Class 7 as his final act before resigning. Am I wrong?
No, that's right.
Though I wasn't told those exact things, I can't imagine any of them are too far off the mark. Oh, I see, so that's what happened.
It's Oliver. I didn't know there was a person like that so high up in the Empire.
He is a very interesting person.
His Japanese voice actor is Koyasu Takehito.
He has asked Falcom, when's the game where I'm the main character? Because Oliver...
He's appeared in every game and he's been...
Well, he
really
didn't
important,
appear.
right?
He didn't appear in Zero.
Ah, okay.
But he's kind of like the force in the background backing every group of characters. Well, he didn't back the SSS, but Oliver and Princess Claudia of Liberl did immediately support the SSS while they were there.
That only makes sense.
Yes, he is a very honorable person. Though I suspect this may have been more of an act of self-satisfaction, sour grapes on his part.
Well, he's heard a few things from his brother.
Well, wait, but we're supposed to be learning from what bracers do here, right? I don't know how things are in the Empire, but bracers are heroes.
In Crossbell, the Bracer Guild assigned nothing but top-ranking bracers to it because it's a dangerous area with a lot of
Yeah, there's a lot of
tensions.
bad stuff.
And so the bracers there are superhuman. At one point, you have like just a friendly battle with two of them who don't even have portraits, Aeolia and Ling. That's what ended up being like the hardest battle in the Trail series I've ever fought. In Cold Steel, you do get to see Wenzel, who is another one of the regular bracers from the Crossbell branch, and then there's Arios McLean. I know that, of course, perhaps as well as you. But reality is another matter. Currently, most of the guild branches in the Empire have been closed down. As for those who supported the guild, such as Prince Olivert and the Radiant Blade Master, they and everyone else who share the guild's ideals are powerless in Narabonia right now.
That's part of the problem.
So if Class VII is part of this powerless group of supporters, wouldn't you agree our being here is nothing more than the result of the prince's self-satisfaction?
Kurt.
I see. It seems like you've had a lot on your mind since even before you arrived at the Academy. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You're certainly sharp. But isn't there one thing you're forgetting? What would that be? Regardless of His Highness's intent, Class VII Special Ops missions are acknowledged from every side as the formal curriculum of the branch campus. The principal, Professor Schmidt, and the Imperial government were all involved in establishing the new Class VII. It's possible each of them, especially Schmidt, only thinks of us as pawns.
Oh, I do, believe me.
So it's possible the prince's self-satisfying act was nothing more than the trigger for our being here. Are you telling me it's even worse than I thought? That was exactly the opposite direction of what I expected from you, instructor. I'm telling you not to make assumptions. There are always two sides to everything. You're smart, but you tend to overthink things. That goes for you too, Damon. Think about everything you've done today. Why are you trying to cast such a negative light over your accomplishments?
I agree with Instructor Reen, actually. Everything we did was worthwhile.
Especially the kitty.
And we were able to get some valuable information, so I don't think it was a waste.
Perhaps it is still too early to come to a conclusion.
I remain unconvinced, but I'll stop my complaints for now.
Better, I had to agree with the instructor.
No, Kurt really needed this scene. I'm glad. I'm really glad. Either way, if it is my duty as a student of the branch campus, and as a Vander, I shall give it my all. Whether I'm complaining about it or negative about it or not. That should be fine for now. You probably don't want to be told this by me, but you need to find what lies beyond that on your own. Understood. I'm still a little worried about Uni joining Class VII, but it seems pretty interesting over there, the instructor included.
Right?
Man, that was a really good scene.
I agree.
Now that we've reported everything, let's get back to our special ops missions. Everyone ready? Ready.
No need to ask us.
Let's head to our second destination, Tarn.
That said, I still have much to learn. I'm not even halfway to being skilled enough. From now on, I mustn't hold back at all. I must reset my way of thinking.
And learn an S-craft. Yes!
Seal 50%. Oh, the controls are sitting here, right in front of me. All I've got to do is sit down in this baby and then it'll be mine. No. I'll probably never get to even look at this thing if I do that. Wow, that's really what he was talking about! The main control unit of the Derflinger is honestly stunning. Wonder if they'll let me drive it on the way back. I cannot resist! Just a wee touch! Damn and put the idea in me mind! It's no needful! Okay, don't do that. Like, seriously, please.
Should I put this medication here?
Yes, please.
I wouldn't have guessed you knew so much about medicine. Are you studying to be a doctor, perhaps?
Oh, it's nothing like that. It's just, when I was little, I was sick a lot of the time. I wanted to figure out why, so I studied a bit of medicine here and there. And to be honest, I would have preferred to do something more manly, though.
Now, come on! Nothing wrong. There's nothing unmanly about medicine.
Manly? Like what?
Bench pressing. No, like doing heavy lifting or something. Wind sprints.
You've got a pretty simple definition of manly. Honestly, if that's really what you wanted to do and you're so hung up on it, why don't you just do it?
Wow! 10 points for Billy!
That feeling of desiring something you lack isn't entirely foreign to me.
Or
but-
anyone.
Yeah, right?
I don't know. I'm just worried about Kyrie.
Like, he seems fine. Like, there's literally no problems with the guy, but he is obsessed with something the wrong way.
Yeah. Oh, Class 7, you're back. Did you get hurt? If you need medicine or treatment, just let me know.
You'll gladly take my money, right?
That's right.
I love how Gustav and Wayne have become friends. Like I said before, Gustav is the perfect guy to hang around Wayne because he's just gonna let Wayne be Wayne until Wayne gets a hold of himself. You know, I understand how you feel about whatever topic it is we're discussing that we don't know since they talked to me first, but field exercises have only just started. We've only been doing this for 3 weeks. I think you need to lighten up a little. No one expects you to be perfect right out of the gate. See, you should have talked to him first.
Why is Ash always stirring up trouble? And Sydney, he's never serious enough.
Come on.
And bees keep attacking me.
I understand what you're talking about, but you need to remove the stick just a little bit.
But I just got it where I'd like it.
No comment.
It's been a month already and you're still acting the same. You like being by yourself that much? Not really. But there's no rule that says I have to spend my lunch with anyone.
She's so cynical.
Yeah, true enough, but it's more fun eating with other people. Makes the food taste better too. When you don't get too much break time, you should spend it unwinding and chatting with others, even if chatting with others doesn't help you unwind. Unwinding, huh? I guess you've got a point. I'd rather just be cynical at everyone though. Right? Why bother going out of your way to talk to me of all people?
Would you like any salt in your tea?
She really is a strange one, that Leonora. That's probably about as close to a smile as Valerie's going to get for now. But I'm glad I got the chance to see it anyway.
Someone's got to be nice to her. She doesn't make it easy. You know, she's like the Fee analog, more or less.
Kind of, yeah.
But, you know, it didn't take that much work for Fee to start accepting kindness from others. And then when she did, it was fine. Her personality is her personality. There's
Right.
nothing wrong with that. There's no reason you should change, but it doesn't mean you have to be a jerk.
Right. Each and every student in military finance feels responsible for this.
For what, having Freddy sit behind the counter and serve people?
Yes. In fact, all of our students are working hard. We're lucky to have such good kids here, which makes it all the more important for us instructors to lead by example.
I couldn't have said it better myself, as expected of Toa. She may be small in stature, but she's got such a big presence, and her heart's even bigger than that. I guess training out in the boonies like this ain't so bad. I may have done it a couple of 100 times myself. Out here, we can go totally ham with the Panzer Soldats if we want. Things are more challenging than I expected, but that just makes the training all the better. Alright then, once our break's over, we're going straight back into training. Gotta kick it up a notch this afternoon, really put those kids through their paces. I'd better, or else.
Bugs! Hey, wait, come back!
You know, if you wanted bee larva, Freddy, you shouldn't have put the bee in the cockpit of Wayne's Sultan.
You can't prove that was me! Looks like you've made some wonderful progress in your fishing. Here, a gift for you from the Fisherman's Guild.
I've been diligent.
In honor of one who has caught 3 or more different kinds of fish. Relish it. In honor of one who has caught 6 or more different kinds of fish.
I've been diligent.
Relish it.
What the heck, amino gel? What am I poisoning the fish in the rivers with? Well, anyway, thanks.
I asked Sandy to let me give her a little helping hand in the kitchen.
I know, I'm really sad.
If you'd like to try out one of my famous Freddy specials, please don't hesitate to ask.
Is it an attack food?
Maybe. Only one way to find out. Would you like me to turn a carp into an earring?
How do you do that?
Trade secret.
Okay, now clear gelatin and globby fat, I understand. But how do you change white meat to red meat?
Would you like me to tell you, instructor?
On second thought, never mind. Well, well, Mr. Carbide. Attempting to procure one of your non-alcoholic grape juices from the vending machine? Or are you just going for a Dr. Paper?
It's all natural and full of pulp. No, I'm not buying a Dr. Paper. Class 7. Having fun running around on your little adventures all morning? Hey, we're not just doing this for fun. Though it is kind of fun.
That's right. Going around on foot and seeing all these places is an important part of our special ops missions.
That so? Sounds fun to me.
Are you interested in our missions?
Beats getting cooped up here and being yelled at by Instructor Orlando. Well, you guys get to go wherever you want. Anyone stuck here at camp would be interested.
You make it sound as though we're on vacation. We're fighting monsters and stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's fun. I mean,
I don't think he's gonna listen to anything we have to say at this point.
Our field exercises weren't bad, thanks to Randolph, but we didn't get to go anywhere. There's been something bouncing around in my skull since this morning. I gotta go check.
Huh, wonder what he means.
Never you mind what I mean. Now leave me alone with my Dr. Paper.
Dr. Paper? Just something about the idea of drinking paper is not appealing.
Tita, you need to go eat your lunch now. Oh, oops, sorry about that. I lose track of time when I get absorbed in a project.
Wonder what she was doing.
That's fine, just don't forget that having a break and eating every so often is important. Here, I brought some sandwiches. Don't worry, Freddy didn't make them. Let's share them. Wow, that sounds great. Thanks, Sandy.
Aw, how sweet of her. But that makes sense. That's what she's like.
Yeah, Sandy's great. Tita is always straightforward and hardworking, but she's kind of clumsy too. She's like the stereotypical younger sister.
It's in her DNA.
Thanks for lunch. I don't know why I'm telling you that. This is really nice.
I shall indeed take credit for bringing you sandwiches. Nah ha ha!
Reed, has something happened?
Yes, but we're still investigating it. Valimar, did you feel anything out of the ordinary? Like, the last time I talked to you, you mentioned something about fluctuation in mana?
No, I haven't felt any shifts in the mana since last night. I shall be on alert. I recommend you do the same.
Yeah, understood.
Hey, Kurt. I'm so jealous you get to go out to the city.
Oh, is that all it is? It's part of field exercises. I don't just get to do whatever I want.
At least it's still a change of scenery. All I get to see is nature, nature, and more nature.
Sounds good to me.
Not to mention our lunch is bland since they base it off Imperial Army rations.
Well, the idea, if I remember correctly, was to make it... Oh, I don't quite remember the reasoning. They made them bland and kind of unpalatable on purpose. But I can't remember exactly why they said they wanted to do it.
Dang, I want to go home.
Oh, come on, man. I don't know the circumstances that led to you being here. but you're gonna have to accept the fact that you're in a military academy. Hold it together. Don't fall apart at something so weak. Get some resolve, man.
Stark's really good at prepping supplies. He's made the field exercise camp like an oasis.
An oasis of blandness and sadness that makes you want to leave? Dude, pull yourself together. Even Kyrie's not whining. Well, not that he really ever whined at all.
Yeah.
Looks like I was right to bring along a few magazines, just in case.
Ah, that's the kind of oasis he's talking about.
Field exercises or not, taking a break is always important. It's hard to maintain morale without a few luxuries here and there.
It must be where Ash got him.
Hello, Yuna. It seems like you guys are busy.
Yeah, we're heading to Parm now. How are your guys' exercises going so far?
Well, mine are certainly pushing my body to the limit. No punctuation at the end of this sentence.
Mine make me think really hard. I need to have something sweet to recharge my poor brain.
How about we have some tea when we get back to Leaves? Get it? Tea? Leaves? I'm sorry.
But that's gonna be so long! Oh, and let's get some pancakes from Reset. I'm already looking forward to it.
Not that I need to recharge, of course. I and my mighty spear need no sympathy. I don't really know where I was going there. You appear to be quite busy, but I'm glad everything seems to be going well. Let's both do our best.
Well, hello there, Class 7.
Hello?
Would you care to join us?
Are you reading magazines over here by yourself? No?
Tatiana and I are discussing the tales of passionate young men we've been hooked on.
That is what they were doing over here.
The tales of what now?
Don't worry about it, Yuna. You don't need to know.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Unfortunately, we don't have time to, chat. Yeah, Kurt is right. We need to make it to Parm before it gets too late.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Oh well. Safe travels, everyone.
There's only 2 guys here anyway. Well, I guess that's all you need.
Class 7 always seems so busy. It's a shame you can't stay in.
So, Tatiana, how are you doing?
The tale of unbridled passion between young men. I was a little uncertain at first, but the more I read, the more I just couldn't stop. Oh, I'm glad Muse understands me at least.
I am now leaving the literature club.
We'll need to head south for Parm. Just to let you know, the trek is a little longer than St. Arc's. Of course, the trek from here to St. Arc honestly takes something like 45 seconds on a sprint, so once we pass the bridge with the railway tracks along it, it'll be right there. I suspect something is going to happen on the way, however.
Speaking of, I wonder what happened with that derailed train.
Yeah, that really was speaking of what I said, wasn't it?
I presume there's been some progress after over an hour.
It wouldn't be a bad idea to check and see how it's going. All right, let's go.
We'll be nosy.
Yeah! I really do like riding horses in the game. I haven't in real life, like I said. I want to. You got a horse? Just make sure to email it to me.
The horse?
Yeah, it works that way, doesn't it?
Yes. That thing did not lay that egg.
Oh, it's one of these.
They're in disarray.
They've been around for a while.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yes, a large seabird monster that is so far inland it is ridiculous.
Look, in Oklahoma, we are not close to any sort of sea or ocean. Yet, in my hometown, there was a flock of seagulls that was there all year round. Well,
Duly noted.
you don't remember those things?
No.
The thing that frightens me is this: it will enter people's homes to get human food. Which, incidentally, that's what the seagulls were doing. They were hanging around fast food restaurants. and a grocery store, just trying to get discarded food.
Whoa. It totally has been derailed.
Let's ask Major Michael about it since he's down there.
Goodness.
What? That's not really that bad at all. It was way worse when Sigmund punched it. Hey, Vivi made it.
Whoa, Phoebe?
How'd you get here so fast? I hitched a ride with an engineer. You probably didn't see us drive past because you were like fighting monsters and running in circles on a horse like an idiot. But that old man there won't let me through. Doesn't he know I get to do whatever I want or else? Oh, I hear a scoop just calling my name too.
Vivi! Vivi!
Okay, actually that's kind of creepy.
Ooh! Oh.
Okay, settle down, and BSG, enough with that tired old woo-woo-woo laugh gag. Nobody ever thought it was funny, except for us. An armored car.
Hey, that car!
That's like straight out of Crossbell.
That's probably why she's saying that, yes.
Yeah. Just seeing who's over there, all I see is Michael. It's one of the... it's just the same type of armored military vehicle.
Oh, that kind of makes sense.
It's one of the Railway Military Police's special operation vehicles. A crane, rocks around. There's the derailed train. So, do you suppose that it actually is straight up going to be what it was in Azure, where we have to look at the evidence and figure out how the train was derailed?
That'd be kind of cool.
That's awesome. I love how in a lot of ways this seems like just as much of a sequel to Azure as it does to Cold Steel 2. It's interesting that Cold Steel 1 and 2 didn't have these things.
Right?
But this really does, and I just think that's really neat.
I agree.
The maintenance train car is here as well. Dr. Yellow or something. Damage seems minimal.
That's actually a Shinkansen, like, repair and testing and looking for anomalies vehicle.
Ha! That's pretty cool.
That's like the only thing I know about trains.
Ah, it's you.
Oh, don't sound so happy, Major. Yes, we were on our way to Parm.
But we were worried, so we came to check on what happened.
And we're standing here on these majestic horses. Like, seriously, isn't it awesome? Could we get a briefing on the accident here?
Very well. Get off those ridiculous horses that come down here.
Of course you don't like horses. You're in the Railway Military Police. You only like trains.
Today at 11:52 a.m., the train was derailed by this fallen rock.
Are you sure it was derailed by a fallen rock?
Well, let's look at the facts. The rock is on the complete opposite side of the train where the damage clearly is.
See, this is exactly what happened in Azure. It's possible I don't have a perfect memory of all the details surrounding this incident, but I seem to recall that exact same thing, the fallen rock in the wrong place.
Fortunately, the rock wasn't too big to begin with, and since it broke into smaller pieces upon landing, damage to the train was minimal.
Well, maybe it really is a fallen rock this time.
There were few injuries, and all of them light. Treatment has already been completed.
Good, good.
We've investigated the site thoroughly, but found no trace of anything such as explosives.
Now, when I've been laughing about the punching a train thing, why the heck would somebody do that?
I don't know! Between that and the engineer's testimony, we can assume it was a landslide due to natural causes.
But that wouldn't make too much sense for this to be like a big deal.
Shut up.
I'm gonna prove you wrong, Major. Assume? So you're not certain then?
Is there something you find suspicious about the accident?
It's just a figure of speech.
Uh-huh.
Because the rock broke into so many pieces, we are unable to determine the state of the scene before the accident.
Well, Reen's not Crossbell Batman.
He's not even Erebonian Batman.
That's a good point. But we can still take a look around.
In any event, maintenance of the engine has been completed, so normal operation will resume shortly. There is absolutely no reason to focus on this in any way, shape, or form.
Why did this happen? I mean, I would have no way of knowing. I mean, is it a coincidence that it's so similar to the other one, or am I just trying to make it similar in light of the other similarities we've just been seeing?
Hoping for a coincidence? I believe that's how it was phrased in Steins Gate.
Well, it's not that I'm looking for a coincidence. It's like I'm looking for a connection that maybe isn't there.
I see. The timing still seems pretty suspicious, though.
If the damage is only slight, it really might have been just a coincidence.
By the way, there weren't any unidentified metal pieces found nearby, were there?
I've already been informed. Archaisms have been cited, correct?
That's correct.
I'm no fool.
Yes, and not just them. There have been a number of suspicious individuals cited recently, too, and we both know what that means. Do you think there was any chance an archaism was the cause of this?
My subordinates found no traces of them in their search of the area. If there was the possibility...
Yeah, I mean, they could have just wandered off.
Michael speaking. Oh, it's you, Revelt.
No matter how much I think about it, I can't really come up with a good reason.
Well, maybe there was something on the train that they wanted to take in the confusion.
I mean, we don't know now, of course, and we're about to find out, I'm sure. I'm just wondering if the only reason might literally have been that there were these field exercises out here. Like, drawing out whatever it is that's happening. It's not a coincidence that we were sent to this area.
Right.
And then run into a member of Ouroboros and whatever the hell Rutger Colossal is doing. For all I know, he is working with them, but I couldn't imagine why. Though I guess Zephyr was working with them in the last game.
If they're the ones who resurrected him, he might be doing it out of a feeling of obligation.
Well,
Well, you guys resurrected me, so I'm going to work with you.
Well, it was Zephyr that resurrected him. Or at least that's what they said they were going to do.
Oh, okay, maybe I'm misremembering then.
But, I mean, again, they were working with Ouroboros at the time, so they could all still be doing it together.
What? Instructor Claire? Yes, Schwarzer and the others have just arrived on the scene. Fine.
She wants to talk to us, not you.
Oh!
I mean, I'm teasing him. It's kind of mean, but... Video communication.
Hello, everyone. So there really were archaisms in the area then?
Yes, we fought some!
As they were not the latest models, it's hard to determine whether the society is involved or not at this point.
We still need to investigate the other two locations they were sighted at. We just stopped here on the way.
Well, now that you've confirmed their presence, please be careful. I've been informed of the derailment as well. Just as a precaution, I'm heading over...
That will not be necessary.
Oh?
The situation is under control. There's no need for you to remain here as well.
Is somebody concerned about her safety?
Shut up. We're receiving backup from the Intelligence Division. Return to Heimdall as planned.
But...
Listen to me. You're not just part of the Railway Military Police. You have direct orders from the Chancellor to return.
That's another reason to put it off.
The Chancellor?
That's... Understood. Please see to the rest, Major. Reen, Yuna, Altina, Kurt, please be careful. I'll be praying for the branch campus's success. I hope your missions go smoothly.
Instructor Claire?
Guess I can't stick around to save the day with a surprise party join at the end of the chapter. Thank you. You be careful too. It seems she has a more pressing mission.
Indeed. One important enough to take precedence over everything going on here. Makes sense, honestly.
It's simply a matter of the RMP's priorities.
Yeah, do whatever the boss says is the RMP's priority.
Basically.
Dr. Orange, perhaps?
I think it had the Rhineford logo, actually.
Yeah, it did.
Oh.
Major, all repairs are complete.
Resume operation. I will now return to the field exercise grounds. Class 7 Special Operations, proceed to Parm.
You don't have to yell like that, man!
Yes, I do. The text box was all spiky.
Okay, so it could have just been something of a callback, but it can't be unrelated. I don't know. Maybe we should get down there and take a look.
Jeez, what's with that hard ass? He was rude to us, he was rude to Instructor Claire.
Well, I don't think it's rare for a military man like him to be so curt and direct. That said, his conversation with Major Claire seems strange. Is it just me, or doesn't it seem like Michael orders everyone else around?
Yeah.
I mean, Claire's an Iron Blood, but...
Right?
He mentioned backup from the Intelligence Division. Hey, he didn't mean you, did he?
No, not in this instance. Judging from the situation here, it seems many things are in motion, and we are at the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah, seems so, on both counts. Well, for now, let's head to Parm. We still need to investigate those 2 remaining locations.
You got it! Let's go beat up some robots!
Sounds good, let's go!
Oh, Kurt, your hair smells nice.
Is there something you're trying to say, Yuna?
No.
The train's long gone already, but I might as well take some pictures, right? I wish that person would move, though. He's getting in the way of my perfect shot!
Try not to snoot so much that you get in trouble, though, okay?
They might arrest you for interfering in a government activity.
Oh, pshaw! Hoopla! And I just tried to think of an old-timey word, but I failed.
Good job.
See, I'm still young at heart.
Like any cop could stop me, I'd give him the old karate chop. Yeah! That works, right? By the way, Class 7 crew, looks like you're all headed somewhere in a hurry. Good luck with whatever you're up to.
Thanks, we need it.
We don't have much time left. We don't have the time to waste talking to this Harridan. See, there's your old-timey word. We need to get moving now. Yeah!
Well. Seems like some annoying flies started buzzing around. And it's such an important time, too.
So Duvalie punched the train? God, there's a lot of freaking people here. This is really bad.
The train wasn't taking its job seriously.
It's been a year and a half. Black Rabbit's changed a bit, but he looks completely different.
Oh, poor Duvalie. I'm so sorry.
Because she's partnered with Shirley.
She always gets partners and she has something to complain about, and this has got to be the worst one yet.
I guess it's not surprising for a boy his age. He has a long way to go, though.
Oh, are you into older men?
What are you so happy about?
I am not happy!
I just like people who take their responsibilities seriously, because no one frickin' does!
I love Duvalie.
I had a feeling when we ran into each other earlier. Seems like he might be even stronger than I've heard. I wonder who's stronger, him or Dolphy? I'm getting kind of excited just thinking about it.
That's a good question. I was wondering what she was going to call Randy. In Japanese, she always called him Nandi ni, like every time. And that's an unusual way to like speak to like a
relative?
Yeah, like to your brother. Normally you wouldn't say it like that. They're not siblings, they're cousins, but
This sort of stuff happens anyway.
Yeah, we all understand like the Nissan thing.
Yeah.
Dolphy is fine. I'll take that. Also, I sure hope that you actually get Duvalie at some point.
Yeah?
Well, what I mean in a more serious way, I mean, I'm not like a huge fan, but I do really like her. I don't know why Arian Rod is working with Ouroboros, except for the fact that she utterly respects and reveres the Grandmaster. And the reason that the Stall Ritter are working with Ouroboros is because they utterly respect and revere Arian Rod.
Yeah.
But it just seems like they're in the wrong place to me. I don't know. I feel like if any of the Ouroboros members that we've seen a few times were ever going to defect, may not be the right word, but if they were ever going to end up turning against Ouroboros,
it'd be the Stall Ritter.
Well, it would. I would feel like it would be Duvalie and Blue Blanc.
Yeah.
Maybe Walter in the Calvard games. You know he's going to be in the Calvard games.
Oh, he better be.
The Red Reaper. He is certainly impressive. But either way, none of them are a match for us. Not even her.
Her?
We might as well leave them be. They'll serve as a nice little distraction for us.
Maybe talking about Fee? Because you know Fee's been mucking in their business too.
Yeah, and she was talking to Sarah, which is who I was thinking they were talking about. So if Sarah and Fee are messing around trying to catch the movements of the society, then it actually is a distraction to have
Reen and company bumbling about, so to speak.
So to speak, yeah. What about Rutger? Assuming these archaisms have been released for some kind of reason, it's normally not like ever an important reason. It's not testing, because...
Right, they're outdated models for one.
Maybe not outdated, but they've been around for years. They don't need to be tested.
Yeah. Maybe he's just helping Sarah and Fee.
I guess that is possible.
I mean, Fee's like his daughter.
I was sort of expecting that he was going to be a villain, however.
Think about Trails, his characters are really complicated.
Sure, he may not be a villain, but everything I know about him I've already talked about, so it's not like I know him at all.
That's all well and good, but... Can I just have a little taste?
Run away!
Do you see what I'm saying? Also, she's probably just talking about groping her.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Ugh, you enforcers. Listen up! We're finally about to restart the big plan we've been working towards this whole time.
Joke's on you, she's wearing armor. Can't grope her through the armor.
They're starting the Phantasmal Blaze plan back up?
That seems to be what she's implying.
Okay, that makes sense, but what does it mean when you say that Osborne stole it? Like when he said he took over...
I'd be able to theorize if we knew anything at all about the Phantasmal Blaze plan.
Fair point.
I heard you're working directly under the third Anguis, so why don't you take this a little more seriously?
Come on! Let's just have some fun while we've got the chance.
Uh-huh.
What?
Uh-huh, and here it comes.
What are you?
There's the armor for you, Billy.
I stand corrected.
The armor makes them seem small, but they're actually about as big as
Wow.
Lady Belle's. They don't quite stack up to what your two friends have been blessed with, but I still like them just fine.
We're about to see a massacre.
Quit messing around! Cut it out!
Like I said, that and murder, that's what Shirley does.
This girl is out of control! Mother... No! My lord!
Now she can never be wed.
Alright then. Think I'll make my grand return to the Empire as flashy as possible. Seems like I certainly won't be wanting for opponents. If I'm lucky, I might even draw out a surprise guest or two.
Nothing good can come of this.
Poor Duvalie. So, two thoughts. There is no way that Shirley would ever attempt to grope Arianrod. If the attention was not welcome, then Arianrod would probably just sort of stare at her, and Shirley would probably stop. Now, the second one, I don't have all the Anguis numbers memorized. The third was Weissman.
So they're here with his replacement then.
I would assume that means, like, at the end of the third, one of the doors, the one that showed you the Ouroboros meeting with the Grandmaster, they said that they had lined up a replacement. Then the next thing that happened was the Crossbell games, and at the end, one of the main villains, that is to say, the person Shirley mentioned, Mariabelle, was also scouted. And I still say that scouting Mariabelle Croyce was the main reason that they were actually in Crossbell in the first place.
So you think she might be the replacement Anguis?
Probably she took the third, because she's worked for Mariabelle before. Shirley just mentioned her, so presumably that means Mariabelle is now the third Anguis.
Okay.
And of course she has something to do with the Phantasmal Blaze plan. So I wonder if that means we're going to run into her at some point in this game. I don't like her, by the way. I don't despise her like Shirley. I don't think she's a character bereft of depth or nuance or anything like that. I just don't like her, though. I didn't like her from the moment I met her.
Okay.
And though I do have some respect for her, the way that she treated her father, Dieter...
An opening!
One last thing, I would also like to point out that this is the earliest that Ouroboros has shown up in a game.
Let's go. Raging fire
Yeah, don't they
formation.
normally wait till like the halfway point?
Well, I guess Vita popped in pretty fast in Cold Steel 2.
Behold, the dual blades of Vander. Now, I'll end it. Ha!
Woo!
Ragnar, strike!
Smash!
All right.
Maybe not as many hits as Reen. Maybe. It's kind of hard to tell, really.
So, anything you want to say about encountering this? No?
Okay. Well, I guess we'll go to Parm, and then we'll come back to this.
Seems a little weird, but whatever.
Oh my god! Okay, so like, when Kurt said it was a little farther, he wasn't kidding! Look at all this! Seriously, it was a long way. And you know, nothing like when you're running in one direction from an enemy and the camera like spins on its own as you're trying to spin the camera, so you're like derp 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 and like essentially do a dance in front of them.
And get back attack.
And then they back attack you, and then they nearly kill you. In like this long epic battle with like 47 Manuses because they keep calling reinforcements. Unfortunately, we weren't recording that because we didn't think anything noteworthy would happen. But so it goes. See that? That's Parm. Not today, kids. Not today. Altina went down and everyone was beaten to below 1,000 hit points. This just strengthens my assertion that early on in the game, hit point plus accessories
Are really good.
Okay, that's enough suffering. See ya.